This is WAOB News 10 at 6.
We have sufficient evidence beyond a reasonable doubt to prove the charges that we have before the court at this time.
Charges are finally filed a year and a half after the death of a 10-year-old Albany boy. Brandon Price's grandmother and aunt are in the Dougherty County Jail tonight.
They were arrested today 6 months after a WAOB News 10 investigation into this case, a case which is still far from over. Brandon Price died on May 3, 2014, just days before his 11th birthday. He was already dead when his grandparents showed up with him at Phoebe Putney Hospital, claiming he suddenly got ill. Tonight, his grandmother, Samantha Price, is charged with first-degree cruelty to a child, essentially accused of starving him.
She did not provide Brandon Price with necessary sustenance, causing him to be underweight, weighing only 48 pounds at the time of his death.
A second-degree child cruelty warrant accuses Samantha Price of failing to get proper medical care for Brandon,
causing cruel and unusual pain and suffering to the child as he was suffering from apparently pneumonia.
Victoria Price is charged with obstruction, accused of hindering the investigation by telling her daughter what to say in a forensic interview. No one is actually charged with Brandon's death, but District Attorney Greg Edwards says that could change.
But our investigation is ongoing, and if more information develops, charges might be increased as based on whatever we find.
Edwards plans to present the case to a grand jury in December or January. That jury could upgrade charges against the women in jail now or indict other suspects.
If there's a way to bring further charges that would be based on evidence, we will bring those charges.
Edwards says this has been such a difficult case because 3 separate factors may have contributed to Brandon's death. It's difficult to prove what actually killed him and who is responsible. More details now on this troubling case. As we said, Brandon died on May 3rd, 2014. A week later, he was buried in an unmarked grave in Webster County. We spent months poring over Police and Division of Family and Children's Services records and aired an investigation into the case in May of this year. Viewers then raised money and placed a headstone on Brandon's grave and made a donation in his honor to the Lily Pad Center. The DA assured us a few months ago charges would be filed by the end of this year. Those warrants were signed yesterday and the arrest came today. Read this story at WAOB.com for links to our previous investigation.